Well, good morning and welcome to the Saturday Morning Ritual. I'm Deanna and I've been sick all week. All week I've been sick, so just bear with me today for the Saturday Morning Ritual. Today, so exciting, so exciting. I'm so happy that you're here. Did you miss me while I was gone on vacation? Did you miss me? There's so many habits that can make up part of a daily, you know, sorry, habits that can make up part of a healthy lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about them. Do you even know which habits are important for you personally to work on? Today we're going to take a deep dive into answering that question for you. So, welcome to the Saturday Morning Ritual. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, everyone. Let's get started with the Saturday Morning Ritual. It's going to be a great old time. Woohoo. Okay, so welcome. Everybody's here, and I'm so excited that you're here. I hope I can keep my voice throughout the entirety of today's episode. Did you guys did you guys watch the recorded episodes while I was gone? I thought that was, really important for me to do. So I hope that you did see them. You know, like I say all the time, whenever I was a kid, Saturday mornings used to be like watching the Saturday morning cartoons. And now my Saturday morning ritual has kind of evolved. And now it is kind of taking a look at the past week and doing a review of it and seeing, what were my successes? What were my setbacks? What can I do differently? Any modifications that I need to make? And so this show is all about us joining together to do this as a group because two heads are better than one. Also, community is such an important part of our journey towards whatever goal it is that we're trying to achieve, whether it's weight loss or it's something else. It doesn't really matter, but community is important. The people that we hang out with, the people that surround us, the people that support us, they make a very important part of this. They help us to stay accountable and committed, and they're there for growth to help us to become, just better people all around. They can help us with our, self-awareness and all kinds of other things and help us to overcome challenges that we might face and obstacles that we have. It's great to have somebody there that's just supporting you and holding your hand and cheering you on. It's very, very important. So good morning, and welcome, 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 welcome. We're going to get started as we normally get started, as per usual. It's the ritual. It's the thing that we do. We're going to do our brain body connection, which is our movement exercise. And we're going to talk about our successes. We're going to talk about our setbacks. And then we're going to dive into the habits. And then we're going to do just a little bit of focus work to think about what lies ahead for the week ahead. So excellent. So how are you guys? Morning, Cheryl and Lori, everyone else that is joining us today or even on the replay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, my brain and my body are not connected. My brain thinks one thing and my body is like drained. I am worn out. I am coughing and all of the things. So, you guys move your body, because if I move my body too much, I am going to start to just cough and probably all kinds of other things, but who knows? So you guys move your body and I'll be back in just a second. So here we go. Yay, good time fun. In just 25 minutes after I figure out how to hit the button. Yay. Here we go. I promise.
Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body, come move your body. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. I can see you buzzing like you can't say no. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. Go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body, come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body, come move your body. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body, come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body, come move your body.
So how did you move your body? How was it that you chose to move your body during our quick little moving your body segment today? I'm curious. Let me know. How did you move your body? Did you do squats? Did you do planks? Did you do a plank for the whole song? Did you lift some weights? Did you just get up and dance around? Did you just do like what I did, which is just flail about ridiculously? Because that's what I do, and I'm good at it. Okay. So very, very, very excited that you're here, community. It is everything. I missed you guys so much while I was on vacation. I did, but I had, oh my God, I cannot wait to share all of the things with you guys. So you're going to have to, stay, connected so that, whenever I post my videos, I have no idea when I'm going to get done editing because the sickness has just been just horrid, absolutely horrid. So anyway, tell me, you just got back from the gym, so you sat on the couch. Well, that's okay. You can do that. That's fine. You walked and danced in place and you stretched. Yay! That's excellent. Just move your body. Movement. Even whenever you're feeling sick, there's a version of movement that can feel good to your body. Just doing some mild stretches, walking around the house even can make you feel better. Yeah, her mind and body were connected, weren't they, Misty? Yes, they were, because she was at the gym. I'm so proud of her for going to the gym bright and early on a Saturday morning, and it's cold outside. This weather with the ups and downs is just like, it's insanity. So I'm going to lose my place a lot because my brain is not working. Just moving your body. Even if you're sick, it can really give you benefits. Sometimes I know for me, whenever we're sick, we just want to lay in bed and do nothing and blah and whine about how terrible we feel. But getting outside for a short walk or slow walk, it doesn't have to be like anything major, but it just kind of just helps to boost the mind. It helps to make your body feel a little bit better just to get that blood flowing. So movement is always good, but you got to listen to yourself and do what you can. Don't try to over push yourself too at the same point. We got to be, it's a fine line. It's a balancing act, like everything in life. It's a balancing act. So tell me, we've come to the best part of the week is whenever everybody gets to brag about themselves. I love it when you guys brag about yourself. So tell me, what's been going on while I've been sick? What amazing things have you been up to? What successes did you have this week in pursuit of your goals? What successes did you have in pursuit of your goals? Misty wants to share she did some mindful movement. So what does mindful movement mean? Let's enlighten everyone who's watching. In your mind, what is mindful movement? Mindful movement. I know Misty's not the only person that had a success. Haven't used Afrin in over 2 weeks. That's, that stuff can get kind of like, I think, addictive. I think people just get so used to it, and then they're afraid of what's going to happen if they don't use it, that they just continue to use it. So that's huge. My face itches. I'm so sorry. Any other successes for the week? I'm hard pressed this week to find any successes because of being sick. I showed up for work every day. Yay me. I've been dealing with Loki's injury. That's been stressful. His poor leg. He goes next week to the back to the vet to get his x-rays to see exactly what's going on. Movement that feels good without overwhelming the body. That's mindful movement. Yep. And that's kind of what I was just talking about, just that mindful movement. Oh, I did have a work success. I did. This big project that I came up with at work. We've been working on it for 4 years. The project tried to die multiple times. And finally, we got it finished. And the client came back and said that they got great reviews and it was excellent. And it was like, yay. And then, yeah, so that was pretty excellent that, this thing that, was a brainchild of mine that I had to work hard to keep the project even alive, finally got released, done, and was excellent. So that was pretty awesome. That was pretty good. Last week, I had some great non-scale victories. I sure did. I did things that, had a little bit of fear involved, and I overcame those fears, and I was able to get out there and do it. So the week prior, I had awesome ones. Went to the gym and did all of the machines by myself. I stopped my personal training sessions. I had a lot of anxiety doing it by myself, but I did it today. Yeah, that is, it's like, oh my God, am I going to remember how I was supposed to do all of these things? That is a little bit of anxiousness. But don't you feel, doesn't it feel so good to go in there and have done that? And like, well, look at me. I learned all these things. I'm able to do this now. I am getting so strong, just like mentally learning all of these skills, physically becoming so much stronger. Yay. That's excellent. That is not a success. What? You tried to die. What? What is she talking? What? You tried to die? Learning to be your best trader is what every coach should want. Blah, blah, blah. I said that wrong. Yes, high five to Lori, like hugs to Lori. Like, she is so awesome. Just really crushing it. Lori has just such an amazing story of weight loss and growth and achieving. She is a Wonder Woman. She really is. If we're just gonna, there we go. We're gonna do this. Let me see if I can do this. We are just feeling some time, feeling the time. Well, Deanna does some things. Wait, where am I going? There we go. Okay, playing this for Miss Lori. Here we go. Yep, we all had to do a little dance just for Miss Lori because she is a star. And of course. Okay, so you guys want to know a secret? I don't even know if I'm showing the right thing right now, but I want to tell you guys a secret. I suck at laptops and I use a mouse all the time. I don't like trackpads. I only like to use a mouse. And guess what happened? 2 seconds into the live stream, my mouse died. And you know what? I have to like switch screens and press a lot of buttons during the live stream, and my mouse died. So I'm kind of like extra slow. Oh, yes. You're welcome because you are amazing. Did everybody dance while that was playing? Dance for Lori because she's a rock star? Yes. Okay. Yes. I'm sure that was hard. Okay, so successes. We cannot, I can't state enough how important it is to celebrate those successes. Have you ever had a bad week and you're just feeling like trash and you're down on yourself? You're feeling like, worthless, or I don't know, just not good about yourself. And a friend that you told about your successes kind of cheered you up by reminding you of how amazing you are, about the successes that you've had, about the great things that you've accomplished. That's why we celebrate our successes, because we're going to have bad days. It's kind of the ebb and flow of life to have bad days. You can't have wonderful days without bad days. But on those bad days, we can always remember those good moments. We can always, just pull from that energy and get through the day and move on and then celebrate the next good day we have. It's amazing. That's why we celebrate. We celebrate. It makes us feel good. It keeps us going on the right path. That's why we celebrate. Unfortunately, a thing that happens, though, is that we do have setbacks. We have bad days. We have, things that just don't necessarily align with our goals. Like, for instance, if you guys would like to share, go ahead and share now while I'm sharing my setback. I know from years of experience how important it is to go to the grocery store or to have food delivered as soon as I get back from vacation. Like, let's get to the store, because having that food available helps me to make good choices. It's a very important thing that I must do. I did it. I went to the store, but I was so not feeling good that I didn't make a list. I didn't have a plan. I'm not sure I even bought anything. I think we bought some meat and stuff and some miscellaneous, some coffee creamer. I know we got coffee creamer, but not all of the things that we need. So what I didn't do was pre-make my list, which I know I'm supposed to do, but I didn't do it. So my setback is a very common setback of mine, knowing what to do and not doing it. That was my setback this week. Because had I gone to the store with my list, which is a very easy list to make because I eat the same things all the time. It's not like I'm trying all the things all the time. I'm pretty repetitive. If I would have just had my list made, gone off my list, I would have had all kinds of excellent choices. But thankfully, I was in no mood to even eat this past week. But I did feel like it was a setback. Did anybody have any setbacks that they want to share with the group, or anything that you feel like maybe you need some help on, some assistance on, some wisdom from our fine pack of females here, or men? Ooh, what did I miss? I missed something. Cheryl did something awesome and I missed it and I can't find it. Oh, there we go. Yay. Awesome. So good. I'm very proud of you. Great job. Yay. My setback was that because of my anxiety about the gym, this is the only day I went. But you went. And now, what a good day to go, because you got back and you get all of us giving you hugs and high fives and all the things, making you feel good about yourself. Your anxiety is less. So now the thing is, tell us when you're going to go next, and we're going to hold you to it. When are you going to go next? And we are going to hold you to it. And somehow we're going to find a way to, I don't know, make sure you go. I can't drive all the way there to make sure you go, but I will do my best. When are you gonna go next? Okay, so let's just think about our successes and our setbacks just for a minute. Either think about your success and how it makes you feel. Does it make you feel strong? Does it make you feel proud? Does it make you feel tall? Does it make you feel warm inside? Does it make you feel giddy and excited? How does that make you feel? Or you can think about your setback that you had this week and how you're going to overcome that. What is your plan? We have to have a plan. When we have a setback, it's a learning opportunity. It's a learning opportunity. What did we learn from the setback? What are we going to try and implement in the future in order to not have that show up again? What are we going to do in the future to not make that show up again? Let's just think about it for just a second. And we're going to do a little journaling or just thinking or just chatting in the chat. Whatever it is that you guys want to do, that's what we're going to do. In just a second, whenever the stupid thing lines up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boop, boop. All right, all right, all right. Yes, yes, yes. Those are excellent, excellent things to do. Very good, very good. Did you guys lose me for a second? Because the stream was telling me that it was having trouble connecting. My internet was bad or something. I don't know. So I don't even know if you guys can see me now, but I hope you can. I hope you can. So we're going to talk about what are we talking about today? We're talking about the habit blueprint. Before we can get into the blueprint for our habits, we first have to really know what our desired outcome is. So for a lot of us, the desired outcome might be to maintain our weight. The outcome also might be that we want to lose weight. But we need to know really what our goal is. That's the most important thing. But we also, hello, Ron, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, what a joy. It's nice to see you here. We kind of need to know ourselves as well. So I want to share this with you. Know yourself. So here we have three different Deannas. Deanna 1, Deanna 2.0, and Deanna 3.0. Each Deanna is very, very different. Very, very different. So Deanna 1, her habits in the very beginning of my weight loss journey, I was focused on just my general overeating, emotional eating, boredom eating, just general overeating. All of my meals, it seemed that my portion sizes were like larger than what they needed to be. So I was really focused on those things. So I was doing habits that centered around that. Now that I'd lost, 25 pounds, had some success, doing really, really good. Deanna 2.0, her habits, her goal, changed. There was a new focus, and it was on adding physical activity into her daily life. It was setting boundaries, learning how to speak up. Those were the big habits that she was trying to learn, and me, that I was trying to learn and implement into my daily life. 50 pounds down, Deanna 3.0 is a whole different Deanna. She is now working on removing limiting beliefs and stopping self-sabotage and improving consistency. So some of her habits, she hasn't stopped the habits from Deanna 1.0. She hasn't stopped the habits from Deanna 2.0, but she's working on the habits of Deanna 3.0. So we're always evolving. We're always doing this, like these level ups, these 1% changes, these small little modifications in our lifestyle in order to achieve the next big thing, whatever that might be. But we don't want to lose sight of the other skills that we have learned along the way. That's very important. We want to keep those skills. So if we think about, my mouse does not work, by the way. If we think about the skills, so I can't even read that. That's awesome. Okay, so if we think about the skills, the habits for Deanna 1.0. So it was like checking in with myself before I ate. Am I hungry? Where am I? Am I really hungry? Am I not that hungry? Am I not hungry at all? And I just want to eat for some other reason, like boredom eating, like because I'm trying to avoid my feelings, like other people are eating around me and I feel awkward when other people are eating and I'm not. What reason is it that I'm eating? Am I, getting enough water? Am I having water with my meals? Also, implementing a bedtime, because whenever you get proper sleep, your hormone levels are better, your leptin and your ghrelin, which can send hunger signals to you. And then I was also increasing my self-awareness at that point in time, which means I was doing a daily plan and an assessment. These were the habits that I was building, that I was putting in place in order to become Deanna 2.0. So Deanna 2.0, the habits that she was working on was morning activity, a step goal, practicing speaking up, strength training, which I didn't put on there, which was an important addition to Deanna 2.0. And then Deanna 3.0, who's working on removing her limiting beliefs and stopping her self-sabotage and improving her consistency. She's doing affirmations as a habit she's working on. Journaling is a habit that she's working on, and more complex tracking to really see what are the triggers that are happening that bring up the limiting beliefs. What are the triggers that are happening that bring up the self-sabotage that I keep doing? What is it behind those things? So that's the importance of my tracking, is to know thyself. That's so important, is that we get to know exactly who we are. So, well, I'm glad you can read it. I couldn't read it. It was so small and white and anyway. But so we want to think about our habits. What habits are we working on? Here's a bunch of habits. Laundry, outdoor exercise, brush our teeth, practice gratitude, daily affirmations, set priorities for the day, write down your daily goals, soda intake, home-cooked meals, no snooze button, new recipes, routines, reduce takeout, check your planner, charge your devices, move every hour, eat more vegetables. work out, sleep, water, reduce alcohol. This is just some habits that we could work on. There are so many habits that we can implement into our life. But the thing is, are we working on the right habits? We need to know ourselves and where we're at in our journey. Sometimes we get complacent and we're not leveling up. We're not going to that next level of awesome that we can achieve. So are you being complacent and just focusing on the same old habits that you're really, really good at? Or are you challenging yourself? Are you stretching your comfort zone? I don't really like to say like stepping out of your comfort zone. I like to say, expanding your comfort zone. You're just doing a little bit more, a tiny bit more. So think about what are the habits that you're practicing now? Anybody want to let me know what are your main habits that you are focused on really, trying to implement? Because implementing habits can take a lot of time and practice. You are going to fall down. You're going to have days that you don't do the things for whatever reason. You know why? Because it's not a habit yet. It's not a habit until all of a sudden one day you do it without thinking about it. Until then, it's a practice. Yes, don't forget to give the stream a like. And hello, Marcy. Hello and welcome. Welcome. So there are all kinds of things. I like to include things regarding like our environment, because our environment can set us up for success or it can set us up for failure. If your environment is not well organized or messy or whatever, it can prevent you from doing the things that you know that you want to do. But, if you didn't clean, if you made like this extravagant meal, baked some goodies for, I don't know, friend or something, and you didn't clean up the kitchen, when you wake up the next morning, it's so much harder to make a healthy meal for breakfast. And your motivation kind of goes down because you're like, oh man, and I got to clean that whole mess up. But if you did it the night before, it's done. You walk into the kitchen, it's nice and clean and sparkling, and it's really easy for you to make a good, healthy breakfast. Our environment can really impact the way we think about things. Brushing your teeth after meals. For a lot of people, they brush their teeth and now they don't want a snack because I brushed my teeth already. Whenever we're drinking enough water, we feel satiated longer. Whenever we eat enough protein in our diet, we feel satiated longer. So we're not as apt to feel the need for snacks and such. I clean up the mess as I go along. Well, you are awesome. Not everybody does that, I do too, but not everybody does. Getting more sleep and getting in more steps, just trying to work in activity into your regular life, just like not being, just stagnant all day. That's a huge goal. That's an awesome goal. I love that. Low carb recipes are planned for the week. Yes. How's that going for you doing the leg and hip strengthening? How's that going? I hope that's going very well. I am now working on that with my dog. So, not to compare my dog to you, I'm sorry, but it is a major focus that I'm doing every single day. So we want to know ourself. Oh, by the way, did you guys know that on my website, adventuresofdeanna.com, if you go to the download section, there is a handy dandy resource that you can download and journal about the things that we talk about today. So the first page is kind of like a self-assessment, and then the second page, the back side or the second page, is talks about the things that we are, there's just like fill in the blanks for what we're talking about today. So if you want to go to the website and get that handy dandy little resource, you can. It's available to you. So it just kind of helps you to remember the things that we talked about today. And I believe that whenever you write things down, it helps to store it in your memory a little bit better. So that's why that's there. So when we're thinking about our habits, another good thing to do is to find inspiration. Who is inspiring you? Oh, that is so amazing. I love that for you. I just love that life is good and you are feeling good. That is, does not feel good. Oh, it must feel so wonderful. We want to find inspiration. So who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? Who are you following on social media? Do they inspire you? What kind of habits do they have that you think that, I really like to be like that. I would like to do that. I would like to be a person who embodies what they embody. I think that finding our inspiration can be very, very helpful to us in thinking about what our next evolution of ourselves should be, or can be, or we want it to be. So finding that inspiration, sometimes it's just the person that you chat with every single day. Sometimes it's a stranger that you don't know, that you just follow. You never know where that inspiration can come from, but by, engaging with them, you can get, really good ideas on how you can level up your life. So think about that. Think about the inspiration. Who is inspiring you? What are they inspiring you to do? I know I have a lot of fitness inspiration in my life, which is good because fitness has never been a huge piece of me. And I need that, whatever the word is I'm looking for, to help me along the way. It just reminds me. It helps me keep me motivated and going and strong, everything like that. So there we go. The next thing that we want to do is we want to brainstorm. We want to think about, what changes are you ready and willing to make? The thing about weight loss and diets and just bettering yourself in general sometimes can be that there's a lot of things that we see people do, or we think there's a lot of shoulds. I should do this. I should do that. I think that this is the right thing to do. But the person who we are at that point in time is not ready for that. We are not ready and willing to make that change. We're not ready and willing to make that change. So if we go back, I want to go this one. If we go back to Deanna 1.0, Deanna 1.0 was not ready for physical activity. She was not ready to set boundaries in her life. Those weren't good habits for her to set back at the very beginning of her weight loss journey. She would not have succeeded in that. You need to know yourself and you need to know what you're willing and ready to change, and then work on those changes. If you are not ready to completely cut out alcohol, don't. You can cut back. If you're not completely willing and ready to cut out takeout food or fast food, then don't. There's a way that you can make it work for you. You don't have to do that. A lot of people say, oh, it's terrible, blah, 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 it's bad. But you got to make it work for you. You got to do you. You got to do what you're ready and willing to do. So make sure that your habits are in line. Just because somebody says you should doesn't mean that it's absolutely the right thing for you to do right now. Maybe it is something that you aspire to be, but we can't jump in all in. We got small changes. What's 1% of that I can do today? Am I willing to do that 1%? So do the 1% and then just make it bigger over time. You know, you get what I'm saying? It's whenever we try and do all of it all at once, and then we fail, and then we try again, and we fail, and we try again, and we fail. And then we just beat ourselves up and we feel down because we're never getting it right. Well, because we're trying to take on too much too fast. Really small, really small, really small. You can do that. You can do the little itty bitty part. And then you can celebrate that success and you can feel good and you can feel proud and then you can increase it just a little bit more. And sometimes, you feel like you increased it and then you didn't do it. That's okay, because sometimes stuff happens. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means you couldn't do it that week. You just try again. So that's very, very, very important. Very, very, very is to brainstorm. What changes are you willing to make? And then the next thing in the habit blueprint is we have to make a detailed plan for the change. Detailed plan. So think about what we want to do. If we want to drink more water, that is not specific enough. Drinking more water. We need a detailed plan. How much more water do I want to drink? When am I going to drink it? What is going to tell me? So we have to always think about what's going to be my cue. What is going to prompt me to drink more water? How am I going to reward myself for drinking more water? Or insert your own habit there. It's very, very important that we do that. A detailed plan for the change. So I can't go into all of the changes, all of the habits and all the changes that we can make because there's so many of them. You've got to think about what they are for you. But if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, if you want to reach out to me on YouTube, wherever, if you need help, like how can I implement this? I am there. I'm willing to help you out and let you know, here's some ideas that I have. Reach out to your friends if you don't know what steps to take. But you probably do. You just need to sit down and think about it for a minute. Quiet your mind, think about it, brainstorm, and come up with a plan. Something that you think that you can do, that you are capable of doing. And then the final thing is we need to evaluate and modify. Just evaluate. How am I doing at this? Why do I think I'm doing good at it? Or why do I think I'm not doing so good at it? And what can I change? What can I change in order to be successful at it? You can always, with modifications, you can get there with modifications. If you want to be a fitness rock star, you can, but we got to start with where we're at today. But we can get there. And slowly over time, we're going to be that person. If whatever it is that you want to be, I don't care what it is, whatever it is that you aspire to be, just take a look. Think, okay, that person, maybe you just want to be, fashionable. Okay, what is that person who is fashionable? What do they do? How can I do that? Okay, so they've got some basics in their closet. Oh, I need some basics. We just work at it little by little. If you want to become a great chef and you don't know how to cook, let's start with one thing. I'm going to learn how to make eggs 3 different ways. That's a good start. And then after we learn how to make eggs, then we're going to move on to the next thing. Whatever it is, you can do it with modifications. You just start slowly. The behaviors behind the habits that matter. There we go. So think about your habits and make sure that you're not being complacent with where you are and that you're leveling up. Sometimes we just get so focused on the way that we're currently doing things that we're not taking the next step. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves, why am I not taking that next step? Is it because I don't believe? Is it because I'm scared? Is it because of some other reason? We might have to do some additional work on who we are on the inside in order to get to that next level sometimes. That's where Deanna 3.0 finds herself sometimes. She's working on doing all that fun stuff. So removing limiting beliefs and stopping self-sabotage. That is where Deanna 3.0 is. And she's getting habits involved in order to get to Deanna 4.0. Where are you? Which version of you are you? And you know what? It never stops. And that's the fun of the game. There's always going to be a better version of you. There's always going to be something fun to work on, to become just, and it makes life exciting. It makes it an adventure, just to have this pursuit of awesome. Even though you guys are all awesome now, you're just going to be more awesome tomorrow. So that's the blueprint for habits. And it really boils down to everything that you read about in Atomic Habits, making 1% improvements, stacking your habits, optimizing your environment, adapting your identity, but also having, who are you hanging out with? Are they inspiring you to become better, become more who you work out? Forever, forever, forever. That's right. Yes. That's why we're friends. I love you. Gotta start somewhere. All right. So now, what's going on outside? I'm sorry. I get so squirrel. So distracted. We got to think about the plan for the week ahead. That's important. What's going to happen between whenever I say goodbye, everybody? It's going to be an adventure. What are we going to do this week? How are we going to be successful? What are the plans for the week? What are the weekly habits that we do that set us up for success? What are the daily habits that we're going to do that get us the results? How are we going to make sure that we get it all done? Take a look at your schedule. Make sure, see, are there anything that's going to kind of throw you for a loop this week? Sometimes it's just those, Easter's coming up. Is that going to be a thing that's going to present challenges? And what are we going to do to be ready for those challenges? So let's take a second and let's just make a plan. Think about your week ahead. Think about all the things, fun or not fun, that are going to be happening in your life. And make a week. And let's see. Let's make sure I'm at the right spot. Yep, there we go.
Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Bumps in the road, many obstacles. But when we fall, we get up and go, baby. The way they think is paradoxical. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go.
I just absolutely love habits. I love them so much. I feel like habits are so important. I didn't really realize the impact of habits. I didn't really realize that I had habits that I learned at a very young age. 5, 6, 7 years old that carried on into adulthood. Habits that weren't serving me. And these habits, when you've had a habit for a very long time, sometimes they can be very hard to change. But we can, with a little bit just of intentional, work. We can change these habits. We can become different. I think that sometimes people get wrapped up in diets and think it's all about the food that you're eating. But sometimes that food is motivated by emotion. Sometimes that that food is motivated by other things. Is that just a habit? Is it? Like, laziness is just a habit. Not listening to other people can sometimes just be a habit. There are all kinds of habits. So we're just changing our habits. We're becoming adaptable. We're growing, becoming stronger, learning. It's amazing. But habits, it all boils down to habits, in my opinion. So that's why I just absolutely am obsessed with habits. And that's why we're going to be doing a habit tracking challenge coming up for Q2. So, God, Q1 is almost done of this year. Craziness. This is a good time to reflect on. What progress are you making towards your goals? Q1 is almost done. Are you happy with the progress you've made? What changes do you think you need to make going forward to make progress in Q2? What habits do you think are going to be the most beneficial to you for Q2 to hit your goals? And are you ready and willing to implement those into your life? Ponder these things over the next coming week, because we're going to start talking about the habit tracking challenge and how to really set up the habits that we need to be focusing on, you individually need to be focusing on in order to be successful in Q2. Maybe if Q1 was successful, keep it as is. But if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, we need to switch something up. We need to make some changes. We need to do something differently, because we don't want to be the person who's just, doing the same old things and getting the same nothing results. No, we're that's not who we are. That's not why we're here today for the Saturday morning ritual. So think about those habits, and we're going to gather again next week. I'm so glad you guys were here. Oh my God, you guys just mean so much to me. Thank you so very much for being a part of this. With that, I bring the Saturday morning ritual to a close for today. I just want to thank you again remind you, stay curious, stay determined, and until next time, keep writing, keep exploring, and keep losing those pounds. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, it's gonna be an adventure. Bye. Bye-bye. As soon as I can play it. Bye.
Come on, your body. Come on, your body. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come on, your body. Come on, your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come on, your body. Hey, come on, your body.